It's been a very interesting season for rookie edge rusher Mike Green, and it's been a year that I don't think a lot of people expected. He probably didn't expect to get as much play as he's gotten. I think we all maybe expected him to do a little bit more than he's done. Regardless, though, he's been active a lot. You've seen him a ton throughout this season: 38 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, and 12 QB hits. But I think the coolest thing about Mike Green is that he seems to be playing his best football as of late. If you compare the last 7 games to the first 8 of the season, you can see the difference. He had 156 pass rush snaps, only 8 pressures, and a pass rush win rate of 7.9%. Then over the last 7 games, 184 pass rush snaps, 19 pressures, over double that, and a pass rush win rate of 3% higher, almost up to 11%. So it's cool because on today's show, what we're about to show you, what I'm about to tell you a little bit more about, is Dre'Mont Jones went on with Ryan Ripken, and he gave a ton of praise to the rookie edge rusher and his counterpart on the opposite side of that defensive line. Jones went on to say he's probably the best rookie in this class. He has the most talent, the highest ceiling in this entire class, more than Travis Hunter, more than all of them boys. I think his comp is like Nik Bonitto. And that's a lot of love right there, okay? Saying that he's got the highest ceiling of any rookie in this class, which I don't think a ton of us are pushing back on. We all know, and we have known since the day you drafted him, that his ceiling is as high as anybody's in the National Football League just because of his God-given traits and his natural athletic abilities. But like at the end of the day, I love Dre'Mont Jones pumping the rookie up full of confidence. And I haven't given up hope in Mike Green. Like, I've still got a lot of faith in him and his future. We are 15 weeks through his rookie year. It is ridiculous, right, if you have given hope up on Mike Green. But also, like, at the same time, I still do need to see a little bit more. Still really excited for what we're going to see over the last little 3-week stretch we're about to go on. Really important football about to be played. You're going to need your defensive linemen, your edge rushers to be playing their best football. But from everything we've seen for the last couple of weeks, I think we can have some confidence that Mike Green is going to continue to step it up. You still have confidence in Mike Green? If you do, show him some love and like today's video. I want to know. I want to gauge, okay? If you still have confidence in 45, go ahead. Hit that thumbs up button. We all know that the defensive line needs to step up. Like, that's just what we need. That's what every team at this point of the season needs. And the good news is they did it last game against the Cincinnati Bengals. It was their best game, and it really wasn't even necessarily close. 10 quarterback hits against Joe Burrow, 5 of those from Dre'Mont Jones. Felt like the first time you played Cincinnati, Thanksgiving night, Joe Burrow stepped back in the pocket. He could sing the ABCs through 3 times, and he had all day long to deliver a throw. He did not have that in Week 15. It's a big reason why you won 24-0. Big reason why you forced 2 interceptions. And it's cool because that game was the first time we saw Dre'Mont Jones, Travis Jones, and Tavius Robinson all sharing the field this season. It was the first time. And in those 19 plays, man, it was something special. 2.5 yards per play allowed. 21.1% offensive success rate. That's horrible. 54 passing yards allowed. 46.7% accuracy for Joe Burrow. A sack, and both interceptions came when all those 3 guys were on the field together. I love that they're getting healthy at the right time. I love that they're playing their best football at the right time. You're getting Tavius Robinson back. Dre'Mont Jones is looking to be, a good idea that you traded for him a month and a half ago. Travis Jones is doing Travis Jones thing. And Mike Green's stepping up in a big way. But it's not just going to need to be a 1-game thing. Don't even really need it to be a 2-game thing either. That needs to be the way this edge rush group, this defensive line plays for the rest of this season, because you cannot afford for them to have an off game. You cannot afford for these quarterbacks to be able to step back in the pocket and deliver throws and pick this defense apart. If you've had problems with the defense this season, most likely it's not because of the personnel in the secondary, it's because opposing quarterbacks have had all day to throw. Drake May might not have all day to throw. I hope he doesn't tomorrow night. Good news is Will Campbell will not be playing. Never like it when a player gets injured. However, that is an injury that benefits the Baltimore Ravens that he suffered a couple of weeks ago. There's a reason he was a top 5 pick. He was having a great rookie season. And look, Drake May is still a young player. I get it. He's had an unbelievable year. Really, really impressive stuff. He looks to be like the best quarterback in that draft class from 2024. But he's still young. Still can get spooked easily. You just saw Joe Burrow throw 2 interceptions last week. Both of them caused because of pressure by the defensive line. Same thing could happen to Drake May. He's not too perfect to not turn the football over. In fact, just ask Patriot fans. I saw that a couple times last week against the Bills. This is a Zach Orr step-up game. This is where you need Zach Orr to step up and call his best football. Now, of course, the players need to step up too. Mike Green needs to continue to step up. Dre'Mont Jones needs to continue to step up. Kyle Van Noy, Tavius Robinson, all of those guys. But without their starting left tackle, and that offensive line is not that great, I want to see Zach Orr generate some pressure on Drake. It's Prize Picks time. 2.5 sacks against New England. Are you going more or less? Let me know down below in the comment section. What do you think? I personally am feeling good about this group. I'm going to go with more. Now, that might bite me in the butt, but that's how I'm feeling right now. We got to give a big shout out to our friends over at Prize Picks. It's as simple as that. More or less on player stat projections, and you can win some money. It's holiday season. It's the best time of the year for sports. Bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, both in college and professional. It is all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which game to watch, there is one place where it feels good to be right. That's Prize Picks. My wife, coming into this season, could not even name 4 pro teams. Then we started playing on Prize Picks. Now every Saturday night, we're breaking down who she's picking for her lineup. It's the most exciting way to watch football. Here's my lineup for Sunday night's game against the New England Patriots. I take them more on Drake May, 239.5 pass yards, more Derrick Henry, 4.5 receiving yards, and less, 13.5 yards longest rush, or Lamar Jackson. You can download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks now is early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you might have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. On Prize Picks, how you play is up to you. If you want flexibility, choose Flex Play. And if you want the biggest payouts, go for the Power Play. Again, download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Link to this promo is in the comments and description for today's video. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. This is a massive game when it comes to the AFC North, right? Because you got Steelers, they're at the top with a really 1.5 game lead because they have the head-to-head over you right now. You sit in second place, Bengals, Browns, they're eliminated from playoff contention. When you look at the playoff picture as it currently sits right now, you're out of it. All right, we pretty much know if you want to make the playoffs, you are going to have to win your division. You're going to have to get that 4 seed, okay? Not only is that not a bad way to get in because you get a half or because you get a home matchup, but honestly, if you continue to play good football, say you went out, I'd feel good against some of those wildcard teams. I get it. Might be crazy. Now, you got a big matchup tomorrow. So the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'll be in Detroit, Ford Field, 3:25 Central Time, 4:25 Eastern Time kickoff. And you need the Detroit Lions to come up big in that one. You need them to win that football game. And what I need them to do to win that football game, they got to get their weapons involved. They have the best weapons in the National Football League. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Jamyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. Like, they are stacked offensively. They got to get those guys going. Aiden Hutchinson, I need him to absolutely haunt Aaron Rodgers and live in the backfield. And then we already talked about Jamyr Gibbs. I need a legacy game out of him. Look, you were able to run the football at will against Pittsburgh a couple of weeks ago. Detroit's going to have to take that same approach because they got a guy who's going to be able to do it. That's going to be it for today's show. Make sure you guys got me followed on socials. Steelers, who you got? Pittsburgh or the Detroit Lions? I skipped a little thing there, Gage. So used to it. Whatever. Let me know. PIT or DET. Better get those DETs in the chat down below. Now, you can make sure you got me followed on socials, Twitter, Instagram. I'm also here every single day. The Baltimore Ravens Rundown. We'll have a video coming out for you guys tomorrow morning. We'll be live for the game tomorrow night. It's going to be a ton of fun. Hope to see you guys there.